So talk to us, Ryan, about how this partnership with the NBA came together.
First, thanks for having me. It came together. It's just a very natural evolution. You heard Andre talk there about the importance of and the opportunities that blockchain enables. We all know I spent years at ESPN on the digital side, how important and fun and how fast growing fantasy is. We know that on the collectible side. So when you tie fantasy and collectibles with the blockchain on a global scale, the NBA is a perfect product and partner. And it's our third launch. As you mentioned, we have a big global soccer, global football game and community that's been very successful. A couple months ago, we announced and then launched our MLB partnership, and Sorare MLB. And we're super excited to be doing this with the NBA right up around the upcoming season launch.
This puts you in competition with NBA Top Shot. How do your platforms stack up?
So we are very specifically focused on NFT-based games. So players collect their cards. You come in, and everyone, once you register, you get a free set of cards. And with those cards, you play the game. And the game, you're managing the cards. So like a fantasy draft, but instead of ESPN, who I know and love and spent time this weekend doing my fantasy drafts, here the player has the agency to pick and manage his or her roster. As you do that, you end up collecting cards as rewards. That's very different. I have admiration for Top Shot. I have admiration, and I'm a user of a lot of other platforms. But in our space, the fantasy-based games, we are the leader, and these relationships are also, this is the lane that we are exclusively focused on, and we think we have demonstrated real leadership in.
Now, you've launched soccer and baseball NFT projects previously. No surprise, Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani are the most used cards. What kind of traction have you seen?
So soccer has obviously a larger runway. It is very successful. There's a very large community behind it. Obviously, it's a global game. The user base on our side is global. The traction is global. And when I say geographically diverse, it really is from all segments of the world. We closed last year, and we still believe we're in early days. We closed last year doing 325 million in card sales on the platform. We exceeded that in the first 2 quarters of the year, and now you begin to introduce MLB. We did that end of July. The traction there has been really positive and encouraging. Also a global footprint, which we think is important. Baseball is a really excellent product here, and sport because of the stats-based nature, the movement, the surprise, and NBA is going to be fantastic. We all know how important the stars are and the players, and for what it's worth noting, our deal on the NBA side is with both the NBA and the NBA PA. So these are licensed, player-driven cards, and I also think it's worth noting that MLB's biggest day on the platform was when we announced NBA last week, and so that's a really important example of how we think all these sports can fit together, how the global nature of these games hopefully works together, and this concept of being able to collect a Giannis card or a Mike Trout or a Kylian Mbappe and do that across the entire platform, that's a really big, exciting idea.